Welcome back to another episode of From My Experience Podcast. We
Hi
back.
guys, I'm back. Hi guys.
Yeah, we've been on a little hiatus. I made some announcements in the last show. Basically, we've moved podcast hosting over to Libsyn. So, if you're out there thinking about starting a podcast, I'm gonna tell you now, don't do what I did. SoundCloud was cool and fun. It was something I recognized and I was familiar with from being an old fart. But they're not they're not set up for podcasts. So Libsyn, we love you, thank you. It was a seamless transition. Any questions I had, I'll just email them and they fixed it. They got us up on iTunes. They got us up on Spotify. They fixed everything that I need them to fix. They pulled all the information I need them to pull. Like half of the stuff I had to do myself before, didn't have to do this time. That felt really good. Y'all, this is gonna be a quickie. We gotta be in and out because I gotta go to work. Biff got things going on. I just wanted to announce that we also have a very special guest coming up on next week's episode. I'm just lags. I would just say this much, y'all, man. Put in the work, man. When you're into something and you want to do it, you gotta, for lack of a better word, shoot your shot, man. I go on Instagram and I see interesting things and I just inbox people and I'm like, yo, hey, you should be on the podcast. I like what you're doing, you know? And sometimes I get a response and I'm like, yeah. And sometimes I get ghosted. So yeah,
Welcome.
I wouldn't say that, Biff. Let's say I'll talk to you later. Cause yeah, there's a lot of some of those people I want on here. But Biff and I have had a rough go of it. I didn't tell y'all that I thought I almost died when I went to the emergency room. Um, yeah, Biff, did I tell you that?
I mean, you told me you had got sick, but I didn't know about the almost dying part.
Oh no, this was a couple weeks ago. They wasn't this past weekend. Oh wow, I didn't even tell that story on here. Sheesh. I don't even know how time to fit it in. Yo, so impromptu, y'all. Yo, adulting and Biff been going through a lot too. These last 2 months.
Jesus Christ. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Whatever is outside this valley, I'm trying to tell you, is going to be so fucking great.
Yeah.
Because these last 2 months alone, July and August, have been just
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. It's just been it's a valley. So I expect great things by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Shit.
with you. I'm making great deep sacrifices. I did hear back about a better part-time position that will only require me to work very minimal hours for a lot of money. So hopefully that comes through. I just need a couple other people to do what I need them to do so I can get that moving. But honestly, I was gonna catch y'all up on my life. I guess I'll do that. We'll do that, should I say? Um, there's just so much trash in the news and the media right now. Really, my life
Mm-hmm.
is so trash that I don't want to talk about other people's trash. It's time for my trash, okay?
Right.
I only got two things. One, take care of your health, guys. We're gonna keep this brief because actually have to go to work in like 30 minutes. Uh, I thought I was gonna die. Um, I'm not trying to be funny, and I know some of y'all listening are like, "Oh my god, you didn't call me." When you about to die, you just hit like those immediate people, and then it's just like, okay. So basically, I'll put my comedic spin on it. I was having a terrible day. I was actually leaving my girlfriend's house, and I hit something on the highway and got a flat tire. Actually, about 7 or 8 of us hit something on the highway. It was a big hunk of metal. That thing took out 8 tires and 6 cars. So I was already having a crappy day. I was
Oh
supposed to
wait, you
go
did
home.
tell me about this.
I did?
Go ahead.
Okay. I was supposed to go home, relax. Yo, I was good. You know what I'm saying? That took up like 4 or 5 hours of my day. Uh, Had some fresh hot Popeyes chicken. Ooh. I'm talking about fresh out the grease, yo. For here to
Ooh.
go. For here. That's the kind of
5 minute
Popeyes.
wait, fresh. Yeah.
Yes, 5 minute wait. And then they had the brand new lemonade. Y'all talking about the chicken sandwich. Let me tell you about their
Ooh.
lemonade. That's what
Yes.
Chick-fil-A need to look out for. It ain't got that little sour at the end. It's just smooth all the way through. But yo, I went to work, whatever. Later on that night, I say like 2, 3 in the morning. I had severe chest pain that woke me up out of my sleep and was taking my breath away. Like I felt like I felt like Vegeta punched me in the chest with all his might. Like I don't know what it was. It was like I can't even describe the type of pain it was, but like it was literally taking my breath away and bringing me to my knees. Like I didn't know. I'm like, am I having a heart attack? Am I like, what is going on? Like I didn't know what was going on, and that was surprising to me too because for the most part, for the last 3 or 4 months, I've been eating very healthy, like
Healthy.
meal
Yeah.
prepping, yeah, like
I
mad
can say
fruit.
that.
I had a checkup earlier this year that said everything was good. I did the blood work, everything. Fam, I literally was so scared that I called 911. I've never called 911 in my life. So scared that I called 911. And I had to crawl up the basement stairs, upstairs to get to the front door. Side note, the process when you call 911 and get in the ambulance and go to the hospital and get to the hospital and get checked out is 10 billion% trash. Bruh,
Yeah,
I'm over here, I
absolutely.
can't breathe and I'm fearing for my life and you asking me 10,000 questions and asking me to
Yeah.
sign documents. Like y'all have made the world, you people out here who go out here and BS and sue everybody just because you don't want to work. You've made the world so sue conscious that like we can't even get decent service. Like it, I sat in the ambulance for at least a good 7 or 8 minutes before we even left because he had to get information and get me to sign something. My I was in such pain that I took the ambulance ride. I didn't even realize the hospital was literally 7 minutes from my house. Didn't care. I couldn't drive. Like that's the kind of pain
Yeah.
I was in. And I'm like, is this the end? So I text my line brothers, my mom, my brother, and my girlfriend and told them, I'm headed to the hospital. I'm having severe chest pain. I don't know what's going on. But in case something happens, I love you. It's like the last thing I sent them. So, I get there, more of the same. My doctor was a jerk until he found out I had insurance. Good
Oh
insurance.
God, don't even get me started with that.
Oh,
That's not even funny. Like, I'm sorry to pause real
no, go
quick.
ahead.
I have noticed, depending on like what hospitals you go to, especially like when I had my accident, I didn't have any insurance, so of course I had to go to the indigent, or however the fuck you say that word, hospital at the time. And basically, they were kind of telling me like, we can't give you no real pain medicine because all the crackheads come in here just to like get the medicine and stuff, and we can't be assured you got like real pain, so you got to go to like your real doctor if you want real pain medicine. And I'm like, bro, I just had a fucking car accident, a whole car accident because I didn't have insurance. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to administer or treat me any better. And then fast forward, last month, I had to have surgery.
Mm.
I got insurance. Oh, well, how about this? Would you want this? Or what about this? Do you want this in liquid form or how you feeling? Well, what about this? Do you want some, you know what I'm saying? When they see somebody else is paying for the bill, running the bitch up, is how can I come to you? What do you need? Like, that
Yeah,
shit, that is crazy. Be very careful. If
it's
there's
nasty.
if there's a doctor or specifically a hospital that caters to you being a person of color or a black person, please go to that hospital that specializes in it. Even if, I know I hate to say it, even if it's a wait, just go somewhere that they actually care about you. Because
That
that does make a difference. Like,
yeah.
me and Biff are getting older, and taking care of your body is very, very, very important, which is why I wound up having surgery, which is also why Biff wound up in the hospital. So be very cognizant, even if, looking at me, I barely have any body fat, aside from my butt and thighs, and, I eat healthy. A snack to me is like pretzels and cheddar cheese and apples and shit. But who
Right.
would have thought that'd be me having surgery?
Mm-hmm.
So just be very cognizant of your health, you guys. I know, now it's trendy, to be like a health freak and, I just don't be trendy. Actually look into it for real. Even if you want to find a diet or not even a diet, just a specific way to eat, just you can look it up. Like this year alone, I learned that there are diets that tailor to your blood type.
Yeah, I heard you
Who knew?
and Colin talking about that. I didn't know. Yeah, I got to do some more research because now with modern technology and research, there's so many different types of diets. There's so many different. Yeah, I need to look into that.
Yeah, there's
Um,
something for everybody. So just, find out what works best for you so you can kind of prevent situations like these. Because at this moment in time, it's not exactly the best field for us to be, in, going to the hospital and you can see it, even on paper that they have a different disposition to people of color. So, that shit is crazy. They actually did like an opinion test, like intern medical students, how to do like the surveys. But what do you think? And they actually thought that black people, more specifically black women, can bear pain more so than the average person.
wow,
So while you feel like you can go give Susie morphine for her pain, you feel like you can just give me ibuprofen 800 for it.
that's nasty.
Yeah, yeah. Even though it is, technically we as people of color can bear more pain, but it ain't that much fucking different. I
Yeah,
want to
give
be
me the same
comforted too.
stuff. What's wrong with
Right,
y'all?
right. I want to be right. I
I'm
want to be
hurting.
comforted too. Right. I'm hurting the same way. My arms broke the same way. I want the same medicine.
Right.
So, I'm sorry for butting in, but go ahead, Beth. You finished.
Not
You got to the emergency room, and he was being nasty until he found out you had insurance.
Yeah, like he was being very like, for lack of a better word, aggressive with it. Like he was like, I was telling him, I was like, I'm extremely tender, like here, and he's like pressing it, and I move his hand. He's like, well, don't do that. I'm like, bro, I just told you that hurts. Like I told you that before you touched me, and you pressing on it. Like I understand you got to do an examination, but like prepper brother, like at least say, okay, I'm about to apply a lot of pressure, like something. Like you just poking and prodding on me. So he left. He examined me for maybe like 5 minutes, 6 minutes,
I
if
hate
that.
that.
All the nurses
Mm-hmm.
came in. All the nurses were excellent, awesome, taking blood. I had a CAT scan, fam. I did every test, every test. I puked, I urinated. They took blood twice, I think. No, they took blood once. Bruh, I felt like Wolverine with all them leads on my chest, yo. Fam, had mad gunk on me when I left. But the lady didn't ask me about insurance until after all my testing and stuff was done. And even she was acting a little bit fuddy-duddy, but I was like, I do have insurance, but I couldn't remember the name of it because it was with the company I worked with before. But when you quit your job, you have insurance for like another 30 days. So
Mm-hmm.
I remember the name of it, and she looked it up by my social. She even came back in with a little bit of a smile, like, oh. And so I said something to one of the nurses, and they're like, yeah, when people come in here without insurance, basically we have to treat them. And she was like, some of the doctors might act like that because they know there's no money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, there's some people out there who just don't have the same opportunities, don't have insurance, but golly, like, what the hell? Didn't y'all take an oath? So, but when he came back, like, all my tests were negative, thank God. I still ain't looked at that bill. I ain't opening that till after Christmas.
Biff, I still don't look at mine. And mine was covered right now because I was in a car accident. I still won't open the damn things. I just send it
I
straight
don't
to the
want to open
lawyer.
mine. I took the ambulance ride. Black people don't ever do that. That's probably
Yeah,
gonna be
me
more than my
too.
visit.
It is. And that's the crazy shit. That's the most craziest shit ever. That ambulance ride alone be costing more than just sometimes it is. And you telling me you charged me thousands of dollars because you transferred me for 10 minutes?
I ain't even go 10. I ain't even go, bruh. I don't even think I went 3 miles. I'm gonna be honest
Not
with
even
you.
you. I didn't even go like 2 miles. Like you haven't been to my new house, but
Yeah,
it's literally like in the hospital district. I'm in the medical district.
they're nasty. But
Like it's right. It was literally right there, and I'm like, I'm looking at the bill, and I'm like, it really charged me almost $5,000 to transfer me like 2 miles.
that is ridiculous. They're gonna get
Two
that. They're
miles,
gonna
and
get
for
a
me to
dollar a month until. That's the other thing, guys. Don't you let those medical bills go into collections. They'll take like minimum payments of like $5. You can do it. Um, but yeah, that was I make light of it, guys, but that was a dead serious situation that happened. It's some people they think it might have been really bad indigestion. But I don't know what it was because yeah, I had Popeyes earlier that day, but that was at like 3 o'clock. So I feel like if something like that was gonna hit, it wouldn't have hit me at 3 in the morning. You know, and I had a bowel
Yeah.
movement, all of that. So and I didn't eat or drink anything crazy. You know, it just I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy the way I felt. That like a toddler could have whooped my ass. Like I was defenseless, bro. I literally had to. I could not walk. I had to crawl. Like literally crawl. Like it was the scariest thing, man. But I'm here. I'm alive. Um, definitely blessed with new opportunities coming soon. I have one more complaint, but Biff, go ahead, Biff. What's up with you?
Um.
Yeah.
Other than I had my surgery. I've been going through a lot of I've been through a lot of emotional trauma. I've had to do a lot of growing emotionally. Um, it's just the transitions are just I don't know. It's just the everything that comes with the I guess not working and then the surgery. Just life like really got to me at one point. Like it really got to me. I was depressed like really bad. And thank goodness for great friends and people that love me. They looked out and took care of me. But woo, it got a little tough. And it's just one thing that really bothers me a lot sometimes. People always say check on a strong friend, and everybody always feels like they're a strong friend. But check on people, y'all. It's okay to reach out and say, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
And my whole thing about that is that there was a couple times during the midst of this, hey, how are you? I had somebody that basically I feel like when I'm like depressed or I feel like I'm going through some things, I may, post some things, but in turn, what I'm saying, I got a pretty, I got a handle on it. If I feel like, suicide or whatever, I know my resources, I know where to go. I feel like sometimes I feel like a lot of people are disingenuine, so they just want to know what's going on so they can be nosy. And I had a really good close friend of mine that just popped out of nowhere after like a month and was like, yeah, you were there for me, so what's going on? And I felt some type of way. And I'm like, I haven't literally spoken to you in a month, but because somebody said they were worried about a post I made, now you reach out to me. Why haven't you reached out in the meantime? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that kind of made me feel some way. So I guess it made him feel some way that I said I felt some way about him not reaching out beforehand. So, I guess that's part of adulting life. You lose friends and you learn,
Yep.
you get better clarity, but the people that love you will be there and they understand that, people work differently, different ways, especially when they're dealing with mental issues, and mine is on top of a bipolar disorder. So, a lot of times when I get depressed, I'm very antisocial. I love you. I wouldn't mind a little bit of time, but I'm very to myself. I'll stay in the house. And my friends understand that. They'll just call, they'll text, just checking on you. Okay, just love you. Everything all right? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? You want company? You don't? And they'll leave it at that.
Right.
They don't smother me because they understand how it works. So, other than that, I don't know, this is just adulting shit, this life shit.
It's corny, man. It's corny. I'm sorry.
I don't know, but it's all good.
Yeah, we gonna be alright. We gonna be alright. I was about to start singing the song. We gonna be alright. I need to
No,
download that song. Um, yo, so what to piggyback on what Biff was saying, uh, it's okay to shoot a text message or you know call that friend, y'all. It's cool. Like you got to do that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You have to. So it is what it is, man. Don't be the don't be the friend that you don't want them to be to you. Like don't be that person. Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal, man. And also open up new friendship doors. Like um, that's one thing I've been working on. Like people that I did not take the opportunity to get to know better when I was younger. I'm doing that now.
hmm
Um, and I'm networking a lot better, and we're all going to benefit from that. So, um, the other thing I need to tell y'all, what's going on? Okay, the other thing I need to tell y'all, This is for the people who have jobs, and the people aspiring to get a job and all that good stuff. Please do your job, right? So this is why I'm pissed today. So this is a bit of transparency. So in this new job that I currently have, I have to work a month before I get paid. So that means whatever I made for my last job has a stretch in between time. My savings account has a stretch in between time.
Mm-hmm.
Long short, when I moved, I had to change car insurance. And I changed car insurance. And the person who did my policy, they gave me a new policy, but didn't cancel my old policy. And I had someone else on my old policy with me, even though it was my vehicle, but I had them on there so I can get an additional discount. They didn't cancel it. You know what they did, y'all? They just took my name off the old policy and left their name on it. So I go to pay my bill. I'm like, all right, cool. I look at the bill. I'm like, why is my bill double? Like, I was like, why? I was like, I made a payment. Fam, I look and I called and I'm like, yo, why y'all saying I got two policies? So they look at it. Oh, yeah, you do have two policies. Why do you have two? I'm like, I'm asking you. Like, I opened, clearly, it didn't even make sense. Like, I opened a new one in a whole nother state. Why would I need the old one in the state that I no longer live in? Anywho, these mugs told me, oh, okay, well, we'll just cancel out the old one and we'll send you a refund because my payment went to the old policy, not the new one. We'll send you a refund or whatever. Cool. So I made a payment because I'm like, okay, well, y'all owe me that money back, quote unquote. So I'll just make that payment and I'll get my money back, basically. So week goes by, nothing. Another week goes by. Wait a minute. So I call them. Oh, yeah. Your check is authorized. You know, it's authorized on the 23rd. You know, you should be getting it in the next few business days. I was sick as smash over the break. But still no check in the mail. So then I was really sick. And then I call again today like, yo, where my money at, man? They never canceled the old policy. They just took me off and left the old person's name on it. And mailed the refund check to me, but with their name on it. So,
what?
Yeah. And I'm like, they're like, well, you're not the, and the person gonna tell me, well, it says here you're not the policy holder. I said, I opened this account. I've made all the payments on the account. It's my car on the account. I was like, what you're saying makes absolutely no sense. I've had this account since like 2013. So this person actually was smart and did their job and fixed everything. And they saw what happened. They tried to say that I must have went online and did it. I was like, I would have had no reason to go online and change anything. I never had a reason to. So long story short, they fixed it. But then they're like, well, it's going to take another 7 to 10 days for you to get your check. And then maybe another 3 to 5 days after that. Fam, I'm about to change insurance carriers so fast now. Like, I'm not even going to say anything. I just said, okay. Thank you. Fam, wait until I get my refund check. I might not even wait. I might just do it just because I can now. I'm definitely about to shop around though, because I'm like, that is ridiculous, man. Like, one person didn't do their job a month ago, and it's affecting me 2 months later. When I actually need my money. Like, I got stuff to do. So, I just said that to say, y'all, your job is important, okay? Your job is important. No matter how small you think it may be, no matter how trash they paying you, your job is important because you have an impact on someone's services, someone's finances. You know what I'm saying? So please do your job. Do your job. Biff, did you try the chicken sandwich from Popeyes?
I did not, Biff. You know, it takes me a while. When people go and, like, blow up stuff, I guess maybe that's just a Tory me or some shit. I can't. They've had the chicken sandwich before, you guys. I don't know if
They
that's
did?
maybe a regional. Yeah, I don't know if that's maybe a regional thing because this wasn't even promoted as something new. It was just promoted as a chicken sandwich if you didn't pay attention. So, it actually wasn't even promoted. I think it started on fucking like Twitter, and it blew up somehow, some way. It started on Black Twitter, I think, and it just blew up.
Black
And then, of course,
Twitter.
once something, once Black culture, makes something official, then that's it.
That's definitely it.
So
And once we get a hold
I
of it.
did not do it because I typically, I'm not really a big chicken sandwich eater. Chick-fil-A actually traumatized me.
Oh
I don't like
no.
pickles. Yeah, I don't like pickles. And I got a chicken sandwich before, and I bit into it, and guess what was on it?
That delicious
And,
sweet cucumber that's transformed.
oh, God, yeah, that's Christ. Yeah, that crap. And ever since then, I have been, like, traumatized, so
Wow, Biff.
I don't get them. I just get regular chicken. That's why I feel like it's a chicken spot. Go get regular chicken. That's what you want to mash up chicken for, but I guess.
Wait, what kind of chicken? Mashed?
That's what it is. Ain't nothing but mashed up chicken into a patty.
Oh man, I didn't try it because Popeyes might have been the reason why I almost died. Uh, and for the first time in history, the Popeyes line looked like the line at Chick-fil-A. Wrapped
Jesus,
around
but
the
Popeye,
building.
it was even longer. And you know what?
But I said, you
The
know what the
manager.
difference is? That Chick-fil-A line, you might be in there 5, maybe 10 minutes. That Popeyes line, or you about to be there for about a good hour.
It's gonna be 15 minutes on spicy.
Yo, what's wrong with y'all people, man? Gotta get the spicy.
Man, I'm yeah, duh. But the lines were so backed up. Now you know what makes me so mad. It was like it wasn't even just black people. It was everybody acting like fucking coons out there. I'm talking about like,
Did you
and
see the?
that's like I used to hate how everybody's like, oh, black people need to do better. It wasn't even just black people out there. And motherfucker, they not charging me $25 for a fake Nike swoosh on a T-shirt. So besides that fact, y'all, please get some damn sense. Don't be blocking traffic and holding shit up, and people can't get to work or get to the highway, or can't even get lunch because damn Popeye's backed up, so you can't get to the other restaurants and stuff. Like, it was not that serious, but for those who enjoyed it, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, you got those people who just had to be different. Oh, it's so nasty,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
but other than
three.
that, everybody I've seen it that enjoyed their food, then good for you guys. I'm just wasn't a big let me go to the line for 3 hours, and I'm also not one of those people like it's 10:50. Let me go ahead and go. Not one of those people. Because even if I left at 10:50, it was cars like waiting on breakfast, like lunchtime in the line. So I was like, you know what, that little craze right there, it's all good. That's one. That's one I could miss out on. That wasn't like no big deal
Definitely
for me.
missed out on it. I
No, it
definitely
wasn't
missed
no
out
biggie
on
for
it.
me.
Didn't budge. Wasn't really interested. I'm not a big, I don't get excited about new products at fast food restaurants because they're never what they're chalked up to be anyway.
Ever. Oh
Ever.
wait, pause. Why you say that though? Shout out to my hold on, sorry. I was just talking to Grayson Goddaddy about his school project. Um, shit, what was I getting ready to say? I forgot. Sorry, I'm
I don't
bombing.
know.
I'm
You was
bombing you
hyped too.
guys. Grayson had a damn picture, and I forgot this. Exactly what I was gonna say. What was we talking about?
We're talking about the sandwiches and how fast food restaurants, when they launch something new, it's not all that it's cracked up to be anyway.
It's never good. That shit's always nasty, and that should be. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I had the
I don't know.
I had the
Yeah, have you
Cinnabon biscuit from KFC.
trash?
Terrible. You take a dry, hard biscuit and put the Cinnabon sauces on it. That's all you got.
Oh, I remember. My best friend Tay. Shout out to Tay. That the whatever that no meat burger, the Wonder Burger, whatever shit is at
Yeah,
Burger King. I
yeah.
have heard nothing but compliments about that tofu burger.
Is it
So
tofu?
yes, I guess I can't vouch because I
The,
don't eat fast food like that. But
yeah, the Beyond Burgers. I heard somebody said that they're good, but they're not necessarily good for you. Calorie wise, they're like calorie wise has like as much calories as the other one, but it's like basically for people who don't eat meat.
yeah, but
Um,
just the same way you got like fat vegans and shit.
All right,
But
y'all.
he
So
eating
thank you
high.
for listening. I gotta
Baby
go to
had
work.
that intake be high, calories and shit. That's why you ain't necessarily gotta eat this meat and junk
Biff,
to get
did you
fat.
wait? Biff. Yeah, that is kind of interesting that some people are like fat vegans. I don't. Yeah, it really makes me wonder what is actually contributing to their fat.
Calories, the shit they eating. You can have like I think like nuts and proteins and all that stuff. The stuff that they eat extra of
I just don't.
are high, have high caloric intake. Like it's high, so you still taking on.
That's a lot.
Hmm.
She said fat vegans. Biff, did you see the Dave Chappelle special?
Yes, I did.
Were you offended?
Not at all, and I was almost in all of those groups.
Did you leave?
in
Fam, Dave,
some
I'm.
way, somehow, some way, I related to almost every joke or had somebody that could
Yeah.
relate or being part of the black community. That's how I related. I'm sorry. Dave is my type of humor. If you know what type of person I am, I have extremely dark humor. I have extremely cynical,
Ye-
extremely sarcastic humor. I get his type of humor. It does not bother me. I'm not
yeah.
offended. Those are the type of people like that. I feel like people are like, I want to be offended. Like this nigga sat here and told you before he released the special, y'all niggas don't cancel me, but before you cancel me, you gonna make me some money. And
Yeah,
what
no,
did y'all niggas
y'all
do?
can't cancel him. Dave Chappelle doesn't have to do anything else for the next 12 lifetimes.
The rest of his
From the
life.
last comedy specials, he didn't need to do it. That dude, ugh. Yeah, I mean, you can't. You're right. He's funny because I like him because I like his type of comedy too because he doesn't even seem menacing or malicious when he does it. Some comedians you can kind of tell they're
They mean it with their heart. Yeah, you
they
can
mean it and they're
tell.
actually being malicious. He was joking, and the other thing I really love about Dave, he jokes on himself a lot. Like
Thank you.
he tells a lot of jokes about himself. Like like in the last comedy special, he was like, "I'm half white." He was like, "Y'all can't tell, but if I let my hair grow out, sir, we know you were a bald milk dud." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that was funny, but he pushed the envelope to the edge. He
He did.
said, "I'm not a pedophile, but if I was like, no, he's not gonna take it there." Like,
Yeah, he
whoa,
did. But that was the
whoa,
joke in the joke. Like
yeah, that was
a
terrible.
lot of people, yeah, but a lot of people are like, oh my god, he just said that. Don't listen to him. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I'm one of the people that I listen. I like a good comedy show. He
and
had some very good points, especially when he brought up how media treats the word nigga versus faggot. Excuse
yes,
me, that word
yes,
is that was a big debate, and honestly, that is still an ongoing debate. How privileged white men still are
yeah,
getting better, treated better than black people.
yeah,
And just like when he was like Renee, when Renee told him he couldn't say faggot.
yeah,
And he was like, well, why not? And she said, because you're not one. And he said, I had to stop and look at her and say, well, I'm not a nigger either.
exactly.
And stuff like that in his stand-up, like, I was screaming, yes, Dave. You know what I'm saying? Little gems like that. Like, okay, Dave recognizes where, you know what I'm saying, coming from the black community. Dave recognizes, he also brought up how, him, he was like, the scapegoat. There always has to be a scapegoat. It has to be somebody that has to do something different.
Yeah,
And he brought it up. And he was like, you're going to do something different, but you're going to be chastised. You're going to be, put up on the cross. This is what's going to happen.
and
It's happening to me.
and the funny thing
And,
is, a lot of stuff he said in the last comedy special has come true.
yep.
Look at some of the laws that have been passed and things of that nature. That's the thing. I think it was him that said it. He was like, the thing about comedians and the reason they get so depressed is they have to make light of the things that they really see. They see like the worst parts of life in the world, and they really know
They
what it
really
is.
are.
Yeah,
Comedians are some of the most depressed people.
yeah,
Hell, look at Robin Williams. Perfect example.
yeah.
The happiest man on earth is literally the saddest man on earth. Like,
It's crazy.
you just, yeah, and it's just like I hear comedians talking about it all the time. You got to figure out, that's how, you make light of bad shit, but you got to realize you got to go through the bad shit to make a joke. So.
Oh wow, Michael Blackson even made a serious post about South Africa. Wow, need to pray for them. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
and
killing going
everything
on.
that's going on. Yeah,
I don't know what that
they're
is.
very xenophobic.
Sheesh. Um,
That whole not welcoming like the Nigerians and anybody else down there, and then on top of that being, racist apartheid, it's just like another U.S. I hate to say it, it's
terrible,
just like
man.
another U.S. right now. So it's just like you got the U.S. on one side of the world and South Africa holding it down on the other, and that shit is sad. It's fucking sad. It's to the point now where I see like some celebrities are not even going to like South Africa.
Yeah, I just saw the Burna Boy said he ain't going back.
Yeah, like that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You shouldn't have to go through all
Yep.
that.
Yeah, people, we just tear each other apart, man. It's
There's no,
nuts.
there's no fucks given.
Also wanted to say shout outs and prayers to Kevin Hart. Apparently, he was in a very bad car accident and he had back surgery. Not just him, but everyone that was in the car. They don't know what happened. That's not really important, but I'm just praying that everyone that was involved in the accident is okay. I didn't see any reports that anyone passed away, but God, man, that's just, you know, life can just turn it around, man. You just don't know. Also, I just try to be the best person I can be every day I walk outside, and every day I'm within the confines of my home or on the phone with someone, man. You just never know.
Yeah. So it's just, don't take things for granted, you guys. Me and Biff are still here. We have some close calls, but don't take things for granted. It's gonna get tough. It's gonna get hard. But just like I said, everybody else, but Dory always says, just keep swimming. Just keep your head, afloat, one day at a time, one moment at a time, and you'll figure it out. We'll get through it one somehow, somewhere. We'll get through it. So
Yep, you ain't got no
I know this,
choice.
right? I know this has been like the catch up episode, and well, we're gonna
Yeah.
get things back together, back, pumping how it normally is. So
Oh yeah, we still gonna have some righteous, some ratchet. Y'all are just going to really enjoy a lot of things that we have coming in the future. Check out the Facebook page. Make sure you do that. I put a link to our. We don't have a website yet. We will have a website. But Libsyn actually gave us our own page. So if you check it, you can see all of our episodes and things of that nature. So that was actually really cool. I actually really like the way that they set that up. I don't even know where I put it at. Um, and I can never remember the password. And Biff, I gotta send you all that crap, even though you ain't never gonna go on there. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? She
I
just
like going there
literally,
like once or twice.
yeah, you might. But again, thank y'all for the continued support. Y'all already know FME underscore podcast on Instagram. Biff, who are you on Instagram again?
Shit. Give me 1 second. Oh, Stacy Cash underscore Stacy Cash.
Yeah, my bad. Cause we don't call each other that in real life. Like I call her, like you're still Twix in my phone.
Yeah, I guess
um,
this is Biff in my phone.
really?
So it gets with yes, it's Biff. You've been Biff forever. It was either Biff or Robert Wilson or edit that part out.
No, that's fine. People know who I am by now. Jesus.
Ah. Or it says Biff or your name will come up. And I don't know, I guess the pick and chooses which one it wants to use.
Your
But it's
name
been like that
don't come up.
forever.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. So, y'all need to go to FME podcast 1.libsyn libsyn.com/. When you go to that, that's why this was important. When you go to it, there's an about. That's not important. What I like about that is there's a link to everything for us. You can email us directly from there. There's a link to our Facebook page. Does that actually go to our Facebook page? Oh my gosh, it does. There's a link to our Facebook page. You can subscribe to our feed so you can get updates on new episodes. It has an Apple Podcast link. It has a Stitcher link. It has a Google Play link. It has a Spotify link. Oh, it has a YouTube channel link? Wait a minute!
You might be on something.
Oh, it has everything there. I still don't upload to YouTube. I've kind of lost faith in YouTube's policies and some of the stuff they've done to people. But yeah, that's our central hub for now. I'm gonna have to post that in the description. But yeah, click on that, you know what I'm saying, and continue to support us. Yeah, and if we have our lives together by Christmas, we will do a Christmas giveaway. Probably like a gift card or something like that. And
Yeah.
now I gotta go to work. Anyway, we love y'all. Thank you for listening. We missed it, y'all. The Bffs are back together. Um, and yeah, don't forget next week we have a very special guest. Got some legs on the show. I think she's gonna be a
Yeah.
really dope guest. I'm not gonna tell y'all who it is. But we on the come up, man, and we on the come up. That's all y'all need to know. Biff, what else you got for them, boy?
I do not have much, but stay down, stay black, stay true, and stay proud. We will catch you next week with a beautiful co-host. And, you guys stay, keep your head up.
Oh,
I'm
Biff
pretty
did some
sure.
research.
Shut up.
All right, yo. We'll catch y'all next time.
Bye, y'all.
Peace. How do I stop? Oh.